we just mentioned and we just talked about, justice for George Floyd.
Mhm.
So, kind of in a sense, it's like, well, we think about all of these justice systems and all of that. I decided I was like, oh, what the hell? Why not? Why not? We just talk about relief, justice in team sports,
Mhm.
free throw improvement. Believe it or not, that is what really came to mind for me. Because when you get put in the situation, you get put in the situation that the game is on the line, and you don't want to foul the opposing team's best free throw shooter.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that, right?
Mhm.
So why not try to find a way to find the justice and the relief
Mhm.
of putting the pressure off of your best free throw shooter. So today, just want to wrap real quick and just discuss or have a debate on out of the best free throw shooting, who would you pick as it coming down as the closing seconds of the game? So I had two people in mind, and that was Andre Drummond and DeAndre Jordan. Let me share the screen. Give me 1 second here. Okay.
There we go.
Okay. So what I got here is the free throw percentage shootings for DeAndre Jordan and Andre Drummond. On my right, so I'm pretty sure it'll probably be everybody else on their left or probably on their right also, but we have DeAndre Jordan.
On our right.
Yeah.
Well, on my
So,
right, anyway. On my right.
yeah, on your right, my right, so it'll be probably everybody else too.
Right. Mm-hmm.
He has a career free throw percentage of 47%. 47%. And Andre Drummond has a career free throw shooting percentage of 46. Both of them at the beginning of their careers shot less than 40% at the line. I could be wrong. Yeah, DeAndre Jordan shot 30% at the beginning of his career. Well, at that season when he was a rookie, 2008, 2009 season. Andre Drummond at 2012, 2013, of his beginning of his career, he was 37%. Both of them managed to shoot their free throw percentages up to 60% for Andre Drummond when he was playing with the Pistons still, and now to 65% playing for the Lakers. And he made some clutch free throws in a game against the who are they playing overtime? I think it was the New Orleans Pelicans. Made some clutch free throws. So that played a bigger role. And then you got DeAndre Jordan. He sucked, but he still improved with the Clippers. But then he shot down again. But as soon as he left the Clippers, he got better. 68%, 77%, 68%. And since his role got diminished this season, he's down to 50%. But that's still pretty good free throw shooting, regardless. So, with that being said, when you look at this, who would you pick to close out the game?
No doubt. Andre Drummond.
I got DeAndre Jordan.
I got Andre Drummond. No doubt in my mind. I could depend on DeAndre Jordan going to the free throw line and missing, have a higher percentage of missing than Andre Drummond.
I truly believe. Now, this is why I picked DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan had a different mindset to DeAndre Jordan. I'm sorry, Andre Drummond. DeAndre Jordan was more of the mental. He was mental. He was nervous. He was anxious. So what's the only way that you could do to try to make this better, improve? Andre Drummond may have had that mindset, but he knew at the end of the day, he still should improve. So you're nervous all the time. You're anxious all the time. You don't want to be part of something you don't want to be part of, like Shaq of the Fool. You don't want to be a part of it. So you're going to improve every single day. It's just your mindset. That's why I would choose DeAndre Jordan, because he's going to be nervous regardless, rather than the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, or the fourth.
What makes DeAndre Jordan different from Andre Drummond? And the fact of being nervous to be able to perform. What makes them two different?
It doesn't make them two different, but I would just pick DeAndre Jordan because of the fact that it's a mental thing for him to say, oh, I'm going to be nervous all the time, so let me improve. Let me keep improving. Let me keep it improving. That's how it is when you're a bad free throw shooter. If you're bad at something, you're going to fix it to be better. It's the same way with Andre Drummond. It's the same exact way. But I would trust more DeAndre Jordan because he has that mentality to actually sit down and think, hey, rather than the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, you know that you're going to think about your next air ball, if you even think about it. You're going to think about missing that free throw and how to get better. Just that mindset. Now, I'm not saying that Andre Drummond was the same way, but I would just put more of my trust in DeAndre Jordan.
I would put my trust more in Andre Drummond because Andre Drummond get fouled a lot because he's one of the more dominant centers in the NBA. So having the confidence to go to the free throw line, hit or miss free throws, but to be able to consistently go to the free throw line, for me, makes me believe that Andre Drummond would be the person to go to in clutch performances.
And I don't rule past that because he came up clutch. He did. He came up clutch in one of those Lakers games against the Pelicans in overtime. He came up clutch. I don't doubt that. At the same time, now that DeAndre Jordan's role has diminished, he had a better, in my personal opinion, this is just in my personal opinion, he had a better, let me not put it that way. Well, I'm gonna put it that way. He has a better approach. Even though that they both get fouled a lot. They both do. They both get fouled and they both go to the free throw line a lot. But now when it comes down to closing games, Andre Drummond does. He'd probably be the one that gets fouled more because he's the worst free throw shooter over DeAndre Jordan, period. But at the same time, you know that if you're going to pick somebody, who would you foul more in that closing situation? DeAndre Jordan. You're going to foul DeAndre Jordan. Oh, he's going to miss. So let's get him to the foul line. Now that he's improved, they're still going to do it because it's a mind game. Now he's thinking about it. He's going to hit it. He's going to hit it. That is how I see in that aspect of how DeAndre Jordan could be just a tad bit different from Andre Drummond. That's how I see it. That's how I see it.
I mean, that's fine, but I mean, and I'm not going to disagree with it, but I just trust and believe that Andre Drummond can perform a little bit more better being at the free throw line, being fouled throughout the game anyway. Because you say with DeAndre Jordan, it's a mental thing. With Andre Drummond, it's a physical thing. It's going out there on the court and doing it and He's out there, he's performing, he's dominating. People foul him because they didn't slow him down. So he's going to the free throw line. He's missing some, hitting some. So that makes him more confident towards the end of the game to be able to hit. That's just how I feel.
I mean, it's not like you're putting Shaq on the line. He's going to the line 39 times like he did in the NBA Finals, right?
Neither is DeAndre Jordan.
I mean, I'm just saying in a sense, like, you're picking Shaq and you're going to the line. It's a hack of Shaq thing. It's not a hack of Andre Drummond or a hack of DeAndre Jordan. It's a hack of Shaq that goes to the line 39 times. You won't see a lot. It's just more of the mental thing because Shaq was more of the bad free throw shooter. And he never really improved on his free throws. So they
He sure did that game. He had that game because he hit more free throws than he normally would because it was a physical thing. They went after him because they knew that they could get him to miss free throws, but Shaq had to perform in order for him to get to the free throw line and either hit or miss. And he improved gradually, like I'm saying about Andre Drummond.
But that's why Bird didn't want to do it in the first place because he feared that Shaq was going to improve and more times or none in that game specifically and the next game and the next game after that in the NBA Finals that he would actually go and, hit more than, 20 free throws.
But you know how it goes. You know how it goes. The referees go and they call a foul that may not have been a foul. That's how it goes.
Yeah, just like the Hackensack situation. Just go up and just foul him. Just send him to the foul line. Who would you actually pick? And me, I would pick DeAndre Jordan.
I pick Andre Drummond.
I don't deny either one, but I thought that was just something good to bring up because they both improved their free throw shooting dramatically.
No doubt.
From the beginning of their careers.
Yeah.
And they've gotten better. They're both over 60%, maybe even 70. So that's fair to say.
Mm-hmm.
But I just happened to watch Andre Drummond. I was like, that's interesting. I like to see, how this will work for him because he never played like in for a championship team, so to say. Mm-hmm. And now that he's with the Lakers, they're more of a championship team, and he's really learning the gist of playing with champions. He could get a lot more better. Whereas DeAndre Jordan was already in the playoffs experience, and he still sucked at the foul line. But, who knows? But yeah, that's all I got.